So we're not going to record 2 weeks from now then, right? Is it 2 weeks from now?
No, we're going to record. That's the Monday before we leave. We leave on Thursday.
Okay, so like the 24th or whatever we'll record. Makes sense.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Well, we're going to be planning a vacation together here soon. Well, we already planned it. Feels like we just had one.
It
Yeah,
does.
we did go golfing recently.
In October. It's been a little while. I think the last time I golfed was then.
Well, it's been mildly cold. It's only it was like freaking 13 degrees over here yesterday. It's going to be colder in the next couple of days.
Mm.
I need to get a car that heats up on its own from inside. You need to press a button and it heats up. I don't know.
Yeah, Joe, we all know what a car heater feels like. I'm sorry you don't have one.
Well, I mean, I have a car heater, but I can't press the button from inside and make it heat up on its own. You know what I mean? I have to walk out there and start it. And
oh, yeah.
It's a pain. Wow. How you living?
Well, you don't have to do that. I know you don't have to do that.
Mine's
Ben.
on a schedule. 7:45.
Joe,
It just heats
Adam
up.
He can make toast from his bedroom. He's got an app for that.
I do have a nice toaster. You can schedule ahead. Oh.
Yeah, I'm like Michael Scott over here. I got to wake up and get the bacon on the grill and then go back to sleep and wait for it. You know how long it takes that Jeep to warm up? It's ridiculous. Living in the past, man.
Well, anyways, I have an announcement, guys. I just figured this out. I'm not kidding you. Like an hour before we met, I was like, "What's going on with the Live Moss thing? Where is that? When's that going to happen? When is Taco Bell going to announce their stuff? Because it got delayed because of the fires in California." Sure. So I read they just put out an announcement. They're going to do it now on March 4th. It's going to be in New York, and they're going to redo tickets again tomorrow. At 2, you can try to qualify to get tickets to that.
So is that what you're going to try to do?
No,
yes, I am.
No,
but
you're
if you
not.
Get it, you have to go to New York.
You're not doing that.
They will pay for your flight and place to stay.
No, they won't.
Yes, the first 100 people. First 100 people get it.
Hold on, Adam. What day do we get back from Brothers Weekend?
The 1st. I'm ready. I'm going to take off and go there.
You're actually going to do this?
I'm going to try.
If you could be the first 100.
They gave you a little tidbit. Last time the tickets came out, they were gone in 3 seconds. So, I mean, that's that's my window.
You're not going to.
I'm going to try.
No. You don't know why they're gone in 3 seconds?
Why do I sell them?
Because they have all their family members ready to go, and it's completely rigged like the Monopoly from McDonald's back in the day.
You're probably right, but I got to try.
Just like every giveaway anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm setting an alarm tomorrow, 2:00.
Yeah, I trust that about as much as I trust the rounding up for kids' education.
Yeah, I
drive-through line.
In 2 more weeks, guys, when we come back in the podcast, the first thing we're gonna bring up is how's it gonna go? How's my tickets that I won and that?
Okay,
I gotta go check it out.
We'll see.
Well. Anyhow,
all right. Welcome to Darwin Awards podcast. Let's get started. Let's look at what we came up with 2 weeks ago. We had the stories of the pesticide hygiene. Which one was that? Oh, that's the man who wouldn't wash his hands after he sprayed pesticide all over the place, and his wife was bothering him. Then he died. We had the augmented fan. That was the guy who took like a pressure washer motor and turned it into a fan.
It's a beautiful story.
It flew off and impaled his chest.
Mm-hmm.
There's the OnlyFans fall. Oh, yeah, that's the people who were making love on a balcony.
Sure.
Lovers on a balcony, and she fell off the balcony. And then there was the guy who threw the Christmas tree out the ledge, and he went with it. Our winner, any guesses?
It's the fan.
It is. It's the augmented fan. That was our winner. Yes. That was your story, right, Ben?
It was.
Well, congratulations to you.
With all 2 votes that it received, it is the winner.
You know, the votes are down a little bit. It's true. They're pretty down. But whatever. It doesn't matter. They've still voted.
The real question is, how are the YouTube comments going?
I've just been so distracted. I've not been paying attention. So I have no idea. I posted practically 2 weeks ago, and I haven't paid attention at all. So. But today, on this episode, we have Darwin Awards from 2025, numbers 9, 10, 11, and 12 for the year. Okay, Adam?
All right.
Spin your wheel and tell us who's going to bring theirs first.
I like when you show us, but we can't see it.
Yeah, it's just like a...
Well, you're not going to believe this, but it's Josiah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa. That
Okay.
never happens.
Should I spin again, maybe?
Yes.
No, what? Get out of here. Well, my story comes out of... Actually, I don't know where it's at. Oh, Philadelphia.
Where the
city
Eagles won.
of brotherly love. Yes. Where the Eagles won. This is a young man by
They
the
give
name
a
of...
spanking.
It was a freaking spanking,
We need to
wasn't it?
report a death. The Chiefs are no longer. They're horrible.
That's my Darwin Award. The Chiefs
The Chiefs.
died
Taylor
on the
Swift
field.
did get booed, which was delightful.
There was far less Taylor Swift on the big screen than I thought there was going to be.
Because she got booed the first time.
It's because there's nothing to celebrate. They never
Also
scored
because,
any points.
yeah, Travis Kelce didn't even have a catch. I don't even think he had one. Did he have
I think
one?
he had
had
two, or one or two. I saw someone bet like $2.5 million he'd score a touchdown. Didn't happen.
Suckers. Okay, well, this is a man by the name of Tyler. Tyler was an Eagles fan. Now, Tyler didn't die, unfortunately. Tyler, 18 years old, didn't live to see the Super Bowl.
Oh.
He died while celebrating a playoff game. In fact, the NFC Championship game.
Wait,
Oh,
so he
man.
was an Eagles fan?
Yes, he was a big Eagles
Oh
fan.
my gosh, he didn't even see him beat the Chiefs. That would have been his dream come true, probably.
Poor guy died before the Super Bowl.
I bet you they dedicated the win to him, didn't they?
I tell you what, if the Eagles had to dedicate their wins to every injured or killed fan, they'd be undefeated
Well.
forever. He's a Toronto native, but he's a freshman. He was a freshman at Temple University. Now, 18, you're young and dumb. It's going to happen. But as it happens, this young man was a gymnast, a record-winning gymnast. He's a member of Temple's club gymnastics team, studying exercise and sports science.
Is
He'd
he
won
in this
more than
picture or
120 medals. No, they're just putting pictures from the win
Is
on
this
here.
one of
A
those
lot.
dudes that was competing as a woman who won all these medals?
No.
Just curious. 120.
Yeah, he
Wow.
won a lot of medals.
So he
this
was
young man.
very gymnast. He was good.
Gymnasty. You're right. He's gymnasty.
You're gymnasty.
Well, he was showing off in the street parade his gymnast skills after
As
the win.
Eagles fans do.
I imagine him doing like cheerleaders where he's like 40 flips in a row down the street.
Let me see if you remember this. Do you remember the celebration last time the Eagles went to the Super Bowl?
I'm sure they burned their city down.
Do you
Yeah,
remember
I'm
the
pretty
guy who ate something from the street? Do you remember?
On this podcast?
We didn't bring
Or
him up on the
just in
podcast.
general?
It was just a story. We did talk about the story, but he
Was
picked
he
up.
eating another person?
No, he was. This is an Eagles fan who was super wasted, and the crowd was chanting, "Eat it, eat
And
it!"
he
It was
ate.
horse crap in the middle of the street, and he he picked it up and ate it in front of everybody, and they all cheered and went crazy. So
That's gross.
this isn't out of the ordinary for Eagles fans. In fact, let me show you. I have
Does
a
that
video.
say, let's remember, hug your kids, hug the one you're with? What are we reading? What's going on in this story? I'm curious.
This right here is just people who have left messages for the poor boy. So here's what he did. This young man climbed up a light pole all the way to the top of the light pole, and I don't know what he was doing up there, but I have video of what
Celebrating.
happened. Well, we know that. I mean, yes.
Oh, you
celebrating.
video. Well,
Yeah, so-
I know he's going to fall or get electrocuted. There's no other death that could happen.
You ready to see this?
Mm-hmm.
No.
He probably would just
Okay,
fall in
here
the
we go.
background.
Here we go. Up the light pole.
Oh.
Boom.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
Poor guy.
Let's say watch
Why-
one more time. He's
No.
way up there. I mean, it's pretty high. Oh,
He hits multiple
boom.
signs on the way down.
Why was he drunk? Maybe.
He did hit signs on the way. Was he drunk? Maybe.
Nah, definitely.
No way. He's sober.
All right, enough with him hitting the ground.
Yeah, you don't need to put it on replay
Yeah,
here.
Joe, we don't
sorry.
care.
Jeez, didn't mean to hurt your...
I do like that most of the people in the crowd like cover their mouth like, oh, and they just kind of
And then
walk
walked
away.
Like, well, there's that.
Well, he didn't
No
die
one's running to
immediately.
help him.
Look at the hashtags. Hashtag Philadelphia, hashtag Eagles, hashtag Eagles fan, 76ers. Whatever. I really wanted to get some clout off of
WWE?
this.
What?
Oh, Philadelphia. If only he could fly, Eagles fly.
E-A-G. Yeah.
Came all the way from Toronto to die in Philly. Terribly
No, what, they
sad.
put that on there?
Yep, it's in the article. It says it right there.
That's the horrible thing to put in the article. Came all this way just to die in Philly.
I agree. Not very nice.
Wow. Well, that's a way to celebrate, I guess.
Yeah, okay, so dumb, definitely Darwin Award, right?
It's cool. Cool that he knows how to climb a lamppost. I mean, he's showing off his skills. At least do like a flip off there.
I mean, I get it. He's 18, stupid, sports win, but what a dumb way to go.
A flip?
We did
How
not need
excited
his
how excited do you
gymnastic
have to be?
children
Yeah, really.
being born. So
Gymnast since he was 2 years old, so he's born for that moment. Really.
I don't think gymnasts bring anything to this world to offer. What do they bring? At least entertainment is baseball or something.
I don't know. It's kind of cool.
How many people go to watch the gymnastics? Just the parents. And
Okay,
the
but
kids.
they flip around like
Yeah.
little elves.
That's great.
Wow.
That's
Pretty
great.
cool, and they're really strong.
What a hill to die
Why'd you
on.
say
Yeah, really, Adam.
elves? Elves? Little people.
My kids are in parkour gymnastics, and they
No,
love
they're
it.
not.
Yeah.
You what?
Parkour.
They are? This
Yeah,
is
they
the
just
first
go
time
around-
hearing about this.
Jumping over hurdles and flipping around.
Well,
not like
not like this, dude.
gymnastics,
All right.
but like they have a little parkour
Tumbling.
section set up in the.
Is it? That's
Thing.
awesome. I like that.
They have a blast.
Now you're there. You realize that you put them on the path towards being like this kid who fell off the light pole, right?
Yes, but I took them off the route that goes to gymnastics.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You just have them jumping from
Yes.
building to building.
Right
Yes,
after
my-
that, they go to like ninja skills or something. They go to another.
Yeah, we've got the cool flipping.
Got to balance it out.
I think that's pretty cool. Now, do they listen to this podcast?
No, they're 5 and 7.
Okay, well,
Not
you got to
with
get
the
them on this
stories
quickly.
you bring. Joe.
It's educational. You got to tell them. Hey guys,
All right, they've
watch
only-
this
they've
video.
Are we ready? Let's move on.
Yes,
They've only gone one time. They go again tomorrow.
that's awesome, Ben. Those little classes are so good for kids. Taking risks, learning how to get injured and get back up. It's good
Oh,
for
I'm last.
Yep.
Sounds
It's
good.
me. It's me. Hey, this is a good one because this story comes out of Utah, where we're all now natives to.
We should have some kind of theme song if Utah ever comes up in the podcast, because we don't really have
You're
that
right.
many from Utah.
I'll play the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Play the
Here it
Friends
is.
theme
You guys
song.
ready? I'm playing it right now. It's what could I? Come, ye saints, come.
No,
No,
just
just like,
Christmas. Yeah, hallelujah.
Yeah, I bet they have a hallelujah.
Okay, now this happened in Kearns. You guys know anything about Kearns?
Yeah, I used to do deck work in Kearns.
Oh, really? What deck? What kind of deck work?
And you're like dad with so many jobs. Like I didn't even know you had what.
It was way out there. It's like right off Park City.
Well, I asked AI what Kearns is known for. It's known for a home of the Utah Olympics Oval, a speed skating oval.
A circle.
So.
They're the home of the circle. Okay,
No, it's
where
an
people
oval.
go in circles.
They needed a big enough empty space to put something in, is what happened.
So you got about 35,000 people. It's not huge. But I like us here, it's like when you hear someone's from Kearns, you're like, oh, like a hick, probably. That's what I think.
Definitely.
Actually, I think I live way further out than that.
Oh, you're from Vernal? Oh, that's past hick. That's just poor. All right. Okay, well, this happens to do with a stunt, because I always Google stunts, and I like finding stunts, but I don't call it a stunt. I call it magic. That's what I'm calling this one.
Wow.
It says here, a shocking and tragic incident unfolded in Kearns, Utah, where a young man lost his life after attempting to prove he could dodge bullets.
Oh, wow. You know, when I was little, I thought I could dodge bullets. Did you guys think that? Like, you could imagine
no.
yourselves like dodging them?
Only after the Matrix.
The Matrix, yes.
No, we were like 17 when the Matrix.
No,
I still thought I could dodge bullets then.
I don't think so. I think the Matrix came out when Ben was probably like 14, maybe.
Still, that's too old to think that. Second,
Well-
we weren't allowed to watch it when it came out. You know?
You stumped me, Adam. Kearns, I figured polygamy, something about the polygamists.
And
Oh,
they're gonna
yeah.
die, and
I don't know.
well,
Magic?
his friend, who was 23, was arrested for,
shooting.
providing the bullet with the gun.
Polygamy.
Providing the bullet with the gun.
Well, the guy wanted to dodge it. Someone's got to shoot it somehow, right?
You're right.
This occurred on a Sunday. Well, I see why now. It's the Lord's Day.
Oh, but look at the time. Look at the time.
Early hours of Sundays.
4 a.m.
What does it say on here?
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Well, that's when he was arrested.
Yeah, that's, we have different articles, but police responded to a distress call from the residents where they heard a gunshot. So it says here they admitted that he and his friend had been smoking marijuana and discussing firearms. That's what I do.
Devil's lettuce.
Me and my friend at 4 a.m.
Talking about guns in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Deciding to test the victim's ability to dodge bullets, they moved into the garage. Oh, it's safer in the garage.
So his friend's like, I can dodge a bullet. I can do
Let's
that.
just shoot a hole through the garage door instead of just outside. Okay. Anyway.
My article says, yeah, okay, go on. I'd like to hear this.
According to his statement, they played the dangerous game 6 times.
Okay.
So
this
he
is
won
5 times.
He won in 5 of them.
Well, there weren't. No, hold up.
I know. I'm not there yet.
He did
said-
dodge bullets.
Yes. Well, he thought the gun was empty. Apparently, he was shooting all the shots, and then the 6th shot fired, and it had a bullet in there, and he caught it right in the chest. Unless you have other details.
No, that's all the only details I have. But
Okay.
how they were in the garage when this happened? So how far away were they standing from each other?
Well, probably not like right at his chest. He's got to have time to react. He's got to be like at least 10 feet.
Was there only one bullet in the chamber?
Apparently, because they did it 5 times, and the 6th time, it's got to be like a revolver,
Or did he dodge
right?
the first 5?
Or something with a magazine. Did he
Couldn't be a
dodge the
magazine.
first
That'd
5?
be a revolver.
Come on. It's the only one that went off, Joe. Come on.
Here's what I got. They moved into the garage because they didn't want to wake anyone in the house, which is so stupid.
Well, that one of those bullets is going to wake somebody up. Better where
They
you
had
are.
2 different handguns. They unloaded each gun and pointed the gun and pulled the trigger.
What were they doing? Practicing? Okay, you go.
They repeated this 6
You go.
times.
Oh, that one would have worked. I think that one would have worked.
They cycled the slide on the handgun.
This would have been fun to watch, I think. These guys are practicing with empty guns, trying to see if they can dodge bullets.
Yeah.
23 years.
Did they record it? You got to record it. Like, okay.
You think you have to at that point.
And then they rewatch and they watch it back. Like, yeah, that one definitely you would have dodged.
You know how every generation seems to get better and better looking? You know that theory? That
No.
okay, so the theory is that the more attractive you are, the more likely you are to reproduce. So over the course of human history, humans have gotten more and more beautiful because the ugly people don't reproduce, right?
You are wrong. That's not a theory.
No,
If-
the
and
Ugly people will
reproduce
get
way
with
too
any
much.
other ugly person at any point.
Okay,
They have
but-
way too many kids.
Okay, but look back at the old pictures from the early 1900s, late 1800s. Everybody's ugly in the pictures. Everybody's ugly. But now you have beautiful people, right?
Their lifespan was 40 years. They didn't have time to think about
Yeah,
doing
they're
themselves
trying
up.
to
Okay.
skin a beaver or something.
Well,
Are you
I think
breathing?
that-
Okay.
I think that also that each generation is getting dumber and dumber. I think people used to be way smarter, and we're just getting
see.
dumber. There are outstanding people who are smart, but in general, the population is just stupider every generation. The Darwin Awards, weeding out the gene pool of dumb people, it doesn't seem to be working.
No.
I think the middle ground is slowly disappearing is what it is. There's just now ugly people and good looking. Not many
Really stupid and really
Okay.
smart.
really stupid, really smart. It's just like
You're right. There's a lot of ones and twos and nines and tens.
The ones and twos are breeding more ones and twos that are getting less ones and twos. If that makes sense.
Okay.
It's a good theory.
And the ones and twos aren't
Yeah.
smart enough to think about what they're doing before they reproduce, I'm going to say, compared to the people that are nines and tens that think it through. Little deep there, but
Well, I'm solid 5, so I'm here to help out.
you may be one of the last ones that arrive.
I think just the right amount, but not too much.
and you're not the ugliest.
But I'm also, no one's looking twice.
I think you want to be on the solid 6. It's a good place to be.
It's way harder to become a 6 in your 40s. It's you had to maintain that. you're slowly going to go down, but you had to start off as a 10, and then when you get to 40, you come down to 6.
Oh, so you must be.
I never started as a
down
10. No. All right, well, let's take a quick break. We'll be back with Darwin Awards nominee number 3. Excuse me. We'll be back with Darwin Awards nominee number 11.
Let me tell you something, man. I don't know why the hell anyone even listen to this podcast. Or why do people even listen? These guys have no talent, no pizzazz, and absolutely nothing to talk about. They're terrible. Absolutely terrible. If you want to pay them $5 for this horrible show, go ahead. But you're an idiot. I swear, you almost as stupid as Shaq. I heard better commentary from idiots on Twitter than listening to these clowns. But go ahead. Pay them if you want.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever been turned off by someone else's conversation in a store that you don't even want to go back to that store anymore?
Sounds like Larry David. Okay, what was it, Ben?
I haven't.
We were at this new indoor playground place. I think it was the Big Green. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Mm-mm.
And these two dad bros, like best friends, hanging out with each other, all in like what looked like LuLaRoe or Lululemon jogger
Tights?
pants.
Yes.
You know.
Wow.
Yep.
Ben recognizes those very well.
And they're
He has
like
a few
touching
of
each other,
them.
like literally touching each other's biceps. Like, dude, yeah, bro. I've gone down to maybe 2.5, 3 pounds since Ozempic. And I'm like, bro, gym bros are taking Ozempic, and I just could not handle their whole conversation about it. And I was like,
Can't return.
What's wrong
Not
with
your vibe.
getting in shape, Ben? Getting healthy.
In other news, I thought I saw that Ozempic's making people go blind. So that's good.
Is that real though?
I hope so.
They'll finally have beauty, and they won't be able to see how beautiful they are.
I vaguely, when you said the Big Green, it reminded me. Isn't that a movie with the kid from Sandlot or something?
Yeah, it's a soccer movie.
Yeah,
Big Green?
I've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
watched it, but I've seen the.
Me either. But I can think of the movie poster, or at least the
Yeah.
VHS, what it looks like.
Yeah.
He's got that orange striped shirt or a yellow striped shirt on.
Yeah. The Big
Speaking of
Green.
sports, did you guys see the guy who was injured at a track and field event at a high school one? A
The
parent
javelin?
in the stands. It was
No,
the
it
hammer
wasn't the
throw.
javelin. It was the hammer.
Oh yeah, did he die?
Yeah.
Why are we laughing at
Oh
this?
my
Yeah,
gosh.
Actually, it's not funny. It's really not funny. But how far did that kid freaking throw that thing?
I think
My
he threw
gosh.
it backwards, Joe.
You think so?
Or I don't think it went far. I think it went awry.
You got to have that. I mean, is that a lawsuit? Because you got to have that in the middle of the field, too far away to hit somebody in the stands. Come on,
It's probably a lawsuit.
a high school
Mm-hmm.
throw it. Imagine if they're throwing the javelin, like towards
Stab
the
somebody.
spectators on the other end, just sitting there watching it come.
I think that sport is dumb. We're past that. We're still just throwing rocks around and stuff. Come on, let's move on. Nobody cares.
Let me ask a question about age. How old would you say is too old to wear flip flops? Is it never?
When your
Never.
feet get too old and wrinkly, you don't want to wear flip flops.
What about the flip flops that separate your big toe? Is that?
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
that's okay.
correction. Joe should never wear flip flops ever.
Fair?
I wear Birkenstocks. Okay,
Aren't those slides?
Yeah, those are like-
Birkenstocks. That's you couldn't afford it. Okay, it's a high quality. But
only vernal people. Have
listen,
those.
there's a time and place for flip-flops. You know, walking around your own yard, your own house. I'm not saying out in public, but like flip-flops can be great for.
All right. Well, then I guess this guy's in the right. He was at a beach area, I guess.
Well, yeah, beach, fine.
This 48-year-old man, I guess almost 50, flip flops, sure. I guess people will let me know. He died in a tragic accident, falling from a height of about 10 meters. Now, that's got to be...
30 feet. That's pretty tall.
Isn't 30 feet? Isn't
Is
a
that-
meter 3 feet?
Yeah, around that.
like a yard? Yeah. So wait,
Okay. Couple
this
stories.
is already making better sense because if you're falling from somewhere and you don't have grippy shoes,
Yeah. That's exactly the case here. He fell while wearing flip-flops. This incident occurred on Sunday. Let's scroll down
just
here. a
during the
little bit on my
Super
end.
Bowl.
Okay, but this is not in our country. This is
No,
It's a world event. Come on.
Oh, where is this? I failed to mention where this is. This is in El Tabo in
Punta
the coastal
del
town.
Nacho. I've never heard of these places before.
It's in Mexico.
That's Ben's go-to for Spanish.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. Let me scroll down to the bottom before these ads. Here go. They said there's a hypothesis that's being considered that he was jumping from one rock to another, but I think it is actually true because while wearing flip-flops, it seemed that one of them slipped, leaving one of the flip-flops on the surface of the rock, where he fell down 30 meters and cracked his head.
So he fell out of his flip-flops.
Out of his
flip-flops. His little flippy flop slipped when he was trying to jump from rock to rock.
I'm trying to think how
he fell face down into the water well, losing his life almost instantly.
This is my thought process. He jumps, 1 foot onto a rock, but he can't get all the way up there, and he falls. But the
slipped out.
The flip flop made it up there. But
you think so? So do you think he flipped or flopped?
And then he slipped out.
He definitely flipped. He didn't flop. He flipped. You're right.
He flopped into the water.
Okay. All right.
He flopped.
Sure, but you're saying he didn't jump out of the initially out of the flip flop. Mm-mm. When he landed, he slipped out backwards
because he wasn't wearing shoes. He slipped out of the flip flop, came out.
Wow.
What kind of rocks are 30 feet high that you're jumping and
I mean, we're on planet Earth. They're all over the place.
Well, I mean, with flip-flops on, that's a little...
Yes, right. On the coast. What kind of person is doing this? Come on, an idiot. You don't do that.
A 48-year-old flip-flop wearer. I think it should be banned.
That's like your age, right, Adam?
Well, no.
Why are you
close.
talking?
That's like 20 years off.
20? How old do you think you are, buddy?
Closer to 38 than 58.
I'm watching Survivor currently, and there's this woman who's around, I think she's 58, and she's telling everybody she's 47. And she looks like, think of the oldest lady with plastic surgery on TV or celebrity that you know.
Jeff Bezos' wife.
She's not fooling anybody. No, Jeff Bezos' wife is hot, isn't she?
She is not, bro. You haven't seen her recently. She looks like a mannequin with the amount of surgery she's had.
Who's that billionaire who has a puffy face? Got all those surgeries?
Probably a few of those.
I know who
Joe knows
about.
She's like a cat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so there's a cutoff age, and I think he should have. If he was wearing Birkenstocks, maybe he would have survived.
I personally have hiked in Birks, and they're great. Except for when you get what we call a Birken rock, which is like a rock underneath your toes. It's
I
horrible.
can see that.
Okay,
I can see that.
I want to know more.
That hurts.
Okay, Birken. Wait, are there any other analogies, or what are they called?
No, that's the only one. The Birken rock.
What if you get like a
bug? Bug bite?
No,
I don't know.
Blister.
A blister? Yeah.
No. Is
it Birken pop?
It's leather covering cork, and the cork shapes to the bottom of your feet and gives you a natural support.
Anyways, let's go back to the Super Bowl we were talking about here. Listen, he said
form
Survivor.
into the crevice of your feet,
and you triggered me. Did you guys see the new show they're doing? It's like an outdoor survival show. But your family's watching. It reminds me a little bit of Hunger Games where they can send you food and gifts.
Yeah, and they can take you out.
And
they can also decide whether they want to bring you home or not.
I just want it to be Hunger Games already. Just let them release the tracker jackers on other people and shoot the cannon when somebody's gone and you do the stuff. Just get it done.
We will get to that point. It is
getting
in that direction.
And there should be little parachutes of food falling from the sky. Why not? Bing!
That's why when I messaged you guys the other day, and I was like, when is the next season of Alone? Because I saw that commercial, and I was like, but I want to watch Alone. Where's Alone?
Yeah.
See, I got excited because Alone came on to Netflix, but it was Alone Australia. I was like, is there another episode?
That's the worst
Wasn't one enough?
Those Australians don't know what they're doing out there
But
in the bush.
It was that one, and I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
It's not anything new. That was the worst Alone.
You would think there'd be lots of snakes and spiders. It was just people sitting around not knowing what to do for 20 episodes. What do we do?
Crikey. Maybe I should
They were worried about getting hit by falling branches the whole time.
All of their shelters were just a tarp hung up over their heads. That's all they did.
The weather was like nice.
They couldn't fish. All right. Let's
move on to lightning round. This round, we're going to bring our 12th story of the year.
Yep.
We're all going to vote on a headline, and we're going to vote on the one we'd like to hear. Ben gets to bring the headline first.
Yeah, I bring a story out of actually Cuba. I said Cuba earlier, but this one's out of Cuba, and I don't think there's an animal I would less like to be devoured by.
Ooh, Adam, what is a bad animal to devour you? Something dull and painful.
Leeches.
Ooh.
I don't know. An animal? Freaking.
Gets rats slowly.
Yeah.
Nibbling at you. A gerbil.
Something slow, painful. Okay. My story has to do with a lady who was celebrating with helium.
Okay, I'll vote for it.
Where'd she put it?
It's not a Josiah story.
I'll vote for you if you tell me that she did a whole bunch of blues and tied him to a chair and then lifted off into the air. Is that what happened?
No.
That I would have brought that right off the bat if that were happening.
So you're saying it's not that good. It's not that good then. Okay.
Okay, I have one of Adam's favorites. He loves bets. This is a lost bet.
I do like bets and dares. Tell me this. What was involved? What money? What was it?
I'll tell you. 29,000 dong.
What's that?
$1.50?
You know what the dong is. 29,000 dong.
I'm looking it up.
It's a Thailand. I believe it's a Thailand. It's a Thai, like the Thai
It
dollar.
is.
Wouldn't it be great?
I was
if
almost
it tied
right, man.
bets?
It's $1.14.
Adam's favorite thing is bets.
I told
And
you
teeth.
$1.58.
Yeah, he
That's
loves
cool.
the bets.
I want to know how they died for $1.14. Let's do this.
Are you sure, Adam? It involves teeth.
Bets and teeth. What do you mean teeth?
Well, we're not drilling.
He hates any stories with teeth.
It doesn't involve teeth. No,
Okay,
this is
good.
good.
No.
A
voting for this?
$1.14. If someone dies for $1.14,
Yeah, I want to know
it.
all about those dongs. Where'd they go?
Okay, so receiving a challenge, the classic challenge. This man, the challenge was for 29,000 dong. And Adam, you say how much is it in American dollar?
$1.14.
That can't be true.
That's true. I said $1.50, so $1.14.
$1.14. Look at all the people look at all the people that gathered near the scene of this incident.
Well,
And
a lot of
all
men.
they could come up with is $1 or something.
they all
That
pitched
looks
in
like-
about 10,000 dong, and it came up
That
to
looks like
$1.14.
about 27,000 dong right there.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, let me read the headline to you. Receiving the challenge of swimming through a pond, for 29,000 dong, the drowning man
What?
died.
What is a
Okay,
pond
what's
of
in this
sewage?
pond?
What is this?
Piranhas?
The victim is believed to have been drinking with four friends, drinking beers with four of his friends near a pond. Friends challenged him to swim across the pond with a bet of 29,000 dong, and he agreed.
Let me guess, he didn't know how to swim.
He drowned. Yes, he drowned, and the four men fled the scene immediately.
What? How wide was this pond? Oh, it does say right there. He drowned after swimming about 40 feet.
That's not very far.
No, he
40
only swam
feet?
40 feet.
Yeah, my driveway's like 40 feet.
That's like a pool, right?
It's like, yeah, that's like a pool. Yeah, a little more than a pool. A little more.
Yeah,
than
a little
pool.
more than a pool. Olympic-sized pool.
But how wide was the thing he had to swing him across?
It doesn't say how wide the entire thing was.
And how bored do you have to be to pay someone to watch them swim across
What a
the
dumb
pond?
conversation. He's like, I could swim across that pond. Want to bet?
He jumped to the pond and tried to swim.
The four fled the scene after seeing him drowning instead of helping him. Maybe because they couldn't swim either, is my guess.
Well, let's get out of here.
Maybe he knew he was drunk enough to die, and that's what they wanted to see.
According to what the witnesses told us, the man said that he could swim through the pond as if the delivery of the bet or whatever. He jumped into the pond and he tried to swim through, and he died. My guess is 40 feet. That dude he couldn't even swim to begin with. He could probably dog paddle for a little bit. But how bad a shape do you have to be to only be able to swim 40 feet?
And yeah, you just stretch out. You're like 7 feet
Hey,
of that.
how many people in that picture have their hands behind their back?
Yeah, they're all betting. That's how they
that's
bet.
just how
Two,
they're
three,
very
4,
polite
5,
people.
6.
They're very polite.
I'm
people.
more worried about the dong. Like, it's 25,000 for $1. Is this like cryptocurrency? I can go buy $1 and get $25,000.
That's not a bad idea. Can you Can we invest in dong?
Unicorn fart dust over here.
It's
That's
just
funny.
it's so much. Their inflation through the roof. I mean, can you get one dong? Is that like 1/1,000,000th
I
of a
think
penny?
you can get a couple dogs if you wanted to. Can we move on from this? This is ridiculous.
Recap.
Quick recap.
Recap.
All right, see if I can remember the order of these stories. The first one, I believe, was the Utah man.
Your story, Joe. You finally got to go
Yours,
first.
Oh, I went first today? That's right. Okay, this is the Eagles guy, the Eagles fan who climbed up a pole and fell to his death.
EGALS.
I think you missed an A in there.
Eagles fly. If he was a real fan, he'd have floated down.
Oh,
And he
there was
said-
there was a video of the mayor of Philadelphia trying to dispel
That's
Eagles.
why I was saying that, because she spelled it horribly.
horribly.
And she was like chanting over the speaker.
Poor lady.
E-R.
Poor lady. Let's see. And then the next story was a Utah man trying to dodge bullets. Like the Matrix.
I was rooting for him.
He did 5
And he
out of
beat
6. I mean, it's
Wait,
honorable.
okay. Our third story was the man who was climbing rocks 30 feet above some death-defying stunts in flip-flops. We've had a flip-flop death before in Running of the Bulls, I believe.
No,
We
was
had
it a train?
We had a train one too. Flip flop. He climbed up to get one or something. I can't remember.
He also
didn't the
slipped.
monkey take the flip flop and he had to go chase it?
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. Anyway,
We also, Darwin Award nominee number 12 was the man who lost his life in a bet trying to swim across a pond for
$1.15.
just working for that dong. All right, guys, what's the vote going to be here? What are you guys voting for? What are you feeling?
Dollar General Matrix.
The Dollar General Matrix.
The Kerns. Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
What's the dumbest? Dodging bullets has got to be the dumbest, right?
Yeah, you're just high in your garage with your buddy shooting
Their decisions are
guns
so
that you thought
strange.
weren't loaded.
Like,
It's
they're
fantastic.
talking about this in the house, and they're like, "Let's go to the garage. It'll be quieter out there. Let's go practice." They're
I
practicing
bet they were just getting there
dodging
arguing
bullets.
too loud.
That's
I bet they
literally
were arguing too loud, and their mom was like, "Quiet!"
at
Okay,
4
we'll go to
a.m.
the garage.
Yeah, like that.
24-year-old, their mom's yelling at them.
All I know is they did it 5 times. What did they do 5 times? Practice.
How
My
many
guess
times
is
were they going to do it?
Well, I guess it's a revolver. They put one bullet in, and the last one was the one that had the bullet in it. Last one in the chamber. That's my guess. Because the first 5 was just blank. You didn't actually dodge anything. It didn't go off. And the 6th one, that's the one that went off. That's my guess.
I bet
do you
they're
guys think,
high.
dude?
They're like, "Dude, you just dodged that. Did you see that?"
You were in slow motion, dude.
Do the drugs make it any less of a Darwin Award?
No. It's even
Does
better
alcohol,
when stoners
like
do something.
50% of ours involves some type of alcohol.
Yeah, your pond drowning he was drunk.
Okay, you're definitely right about that. The
So
Eagles
was
fans
the,
probably...
so was your Eagles fan.
Yeah, probably all these guys were drunk.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I think that's our winner because I'm going to vote for that one too. Congratulations to the bullet dodger of Utah. Jeez. Our
first,
own
so
state.
Our
Ridiculous.
first
Good one.
Kearns nomination. We could go out to the graveside from here. You know,
That is not...
They don't have barrel sites
How
out there.
far
They
is
just
Kearns from
Yeah,
here?
can you let's look
Dump
at the
into
map
the
because I think
landfill.
I drive through there kind of. I can go
I
to
don't
the
think you
that
do.
way.
I think it's like West Valley. Yeah, it is Taylorsville, West Valley.
Okay, well we can get up there, right? We can
I'm
go
headed
to-
up that direction tomorrow. I could see if I can swing
You have
by.
the name of the guy?
Okay,
First
okay.
and last?
First
We
of
can
all,
put a
he
little
died
Darwin
like
Awards
a few
flag
days
right
ago.
on
I don't
his-
know if his grave is even there
It's
yet.
not ready.
Maybe he's cremated.
Well,
It takes
obviously we're not
weeks.
going to go tomorrow, but in a few days we could stop in there and put a little Darwin Award thing on there. A little QR code on the, like put a little QR code right on the headstone. Just
no,
like
then his
stick it to
family
it.
will know where we live.
Speaking of the QR code, has anybody scanned your door at your school yet?
No,
Joe?
no one's done that. No one's done
Or that you know of?
Then you know what he's talking about?
Yeah.
The QR code that takes it. Yeah. No, nobody's scanned that. Nobody cares about that.
Nobody cares about Wi-Fi.
Yep. But soon there will be no students to go there, Soon I don't know what I'm going to do with the QR code. I'll have to put it somewhere else. Because summertime, and there aren't any students in the summertime.
Yes, that is logical, Joe.
Mm.
Even on
Mhm.
Saturdays and Sundays. Well,
Okay. I have
the after party.
I have a great story to tease for the after party.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear it.
Boy swallows toy magnets, becomes X-Men's Magneto in freak accident.
Oh, that's amazing. That's what all kids' dreams
What
are.
they could put a paperclip to his tummy and like.
This is the New York Post. So
Okay, so it's exaggerated. It's not Magneto.
okay.
Magneto. I don't even think most people know who Magneto is.
Yeah, they do.
Hmm.
No?
Do you remember that, I keep seeing this all over the news, but do you remember that, Dennis the Menace, that flower, that dude, the corpse flower that guy
Yeah, I
grows?
want to buy one. I want to get one.
They take forever to bloom.
Oh yeah,
Is it-
Mr. Wilson had that.
I don't
yeah.
think it was a corpse flower, but it was something like that. Why is this, you guys get this, every time I search anything, it comes up, oh, it's blooming right
That's
now.
because it
Everyone's coming to
happened-
smell the death flower.
No, there's one that happened recently, and
Oh,
they
is that
caught
right?
it on video. Yes, that's why it's going there.
I want to catch it.
It's not. It doesn't even be called Death Flower.
Joe,
It's
you're
called
the type of person that would go and watch for a shooting star that comes by once every 20 years.
Those are cool, and it's not a shooting star; it's a meteor.
Nah, I don't
Comet.
care about that. That's a waste of my life.
Okay, what's the difference between a comet and a meteor?
Same thing.
Yeah,
I think a comet keeps coming, like Haley's Comet.
I
is a
think
thing. A
meteors
meteor-
enter the atmosphere.
It might be
The
right.
atmosphere.
Yes, the atmosphere. Atmosphere.
I'm gonna start calling it that. Like the range around my body. Like, hey, you're invading my atmosphere here. You're getting too close. Back off my personal space bubble.